Welcome to the Boisterous Brothers. I'm George Rockall-Schmidt here with Damian and Benedict. How are you today, Damian?
Fucking superb.
Fucking superb, yeah.
Fucking superb.
Yeah,
yes.
nice, fat and sassy. Yeah, it's a bit of a tautology, that, isn't it? Fat and sassy, it's the same thing. People who are sassy are fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're black.
The Boisterous Brothers is now being cancelled.
Yeah. Quickly go to a commercial.
So Damian didn't mean that. I mean, obviously fat people can be black and black people can be fat.
They can also not be sassy all the time. Yes.
Yeah. And there definitely is a correlation between being fat, black and sassy. Not between black and sassy and not between black and fat. But if you're black and fat, you're probably sassy.
My brain is melting. It should be oozing out of my ears at this point.
Whereas if you're white and fat, you could be any manner of a cunt, I think.
Yeah, as we have seen on many occasions.
Yeah. Yeah, so what we're saying then is, even though what Damian said was no doubt racist.
Yeah, I'm going to hell.
If you're fat and black and sassy, you're all right. But white people are arseholes. Right?
That was a fucking genius first link there.
It was, wasn't it? So take it into the white people are arseholes story. Because we start every Boisterous with a story, so...
Filled with hate?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm going to start the saga that is Reuben, which is a guy I used to work with when I was a chef.
Was he a chef as well?
He was a chef, against all odds.
Was he a full-on chef, or was he a cheflet?
Definitely a cheflet, but
right.
yeah. I mean, he's kind of reached his plateau.
Right.
But he's just someone that, for all intents and purposes, be it his intelligence, his personal hygiene should not have been...
His personal hygiene? Because obviously this is someone that Damian has mentioned to me before. Shock horror. You've never mentioned his personal hygiene to me.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Oh, well, I mean...
What's wrong with his personal hygiene?
One of the first things I heard about this guy when I first started working at that place was they had an EHO officer.
What's an EHO officer?
Basically, they come to survey food safety and hygiene, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. To make sure you're playing ELO.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And they would swab surfaces with these towelettes or something like that, or some kind of fob.
Were they moist towelettes?
They were moist. Yes, they were chemically treated. So if they were of a certain level of filth, or
they would blow up.
They would blow up. Yes.
Yeah. Because these moist towelettes were covered in carbon fragmentations. Right, weren't they? It was just a grenade.
Yeah. It was like magnesium soda, all that kind of shit. So any moisture whatsoever.
So it's just we're here to inspect your kitchen. Oh, it's very clean. We're not here for that.
Yeah, we have sterilised the house. Yeah. How so? The fire.
Yes, we're here just to inspect how dry your kitchen is. So these people came. And they had these moist towelettes.
Yeah, and they were kind of... People ripping on Reuben. He always had a reputation for just being generally kind of scummy and a bit of a complete weirdo.
Sometimes you can tell with people, can't you? I can look at a picture of someone, and obviously pictures, this is just an explanation if you're watching or listening to this in the future, pictures don't have smells with them. But I can tell when I look at someone, yeah, he stinks.
Yeah, and I have showed you a couple of pictures, and you can tell... What kind of...
Damian keeps building up this guy. The only picture you fucking showed me of him is with this beautiful woman.
I've shown you more than that, surely.
No.
All right, okay. Oh, well, then there's loads. We'll have a field day tonight.
Okay, great. We'll have a Reuben party.
Oh, God.
God, yeah.
I bet that's out there somewhere. If lemon party's a thing, Reuben's not far behind. He's got the right head for it.
I think it's called a raisin party.
Oh, damn. But anyway, so back to the story. These officers were going around checking the services and things of cleaning this, that, and the other.
I just imagine them the Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's not nowhere near as cool as they were coming dressed as dinner ladies with these really long white coats and the biggest fucking hairnets you've seen. Like those proper baker's hat.
What are those things in Men in Black that are always smoking cigarettes?
Weren't they the cockroaches?
They weren't the cockroaches, but there was something they were a pest. And they're like, hey, gay!
Yeah, the bug people or whatever it was.
The bug people, whatever they're called, yeah. I imagine it's like, oh, hi, we're here to inspect how not disgusting your kitchen is. And you're like, oh, yeah, no problem. As you back away and knock on the I don't know why I would think you have got a tumble dryer in there. The tumble dryer or something you're not using right now. And then you just say, caramba, gotta go out of here. Were they Mexican? I don't know, in Men in Black.
Probably
Probably
a performance that wouldn't swing these days, I seem to remember.
Yes, this is the episode that makes you stop watching us. I seem to remember, they were some, yes, right, exactly, a performance that would not pass the censor.
No, not at all. Not without a serious backlash.
Yeah, kind of like, is this... No, it's not Mexican, because it sounds really Mexican. No.
It's Armenian. What?
It's Armenian.
That's just as bad. No, I mean, it
doesn't help that you've gone there wearing a fucking fez. So go on. I'm sorry. Yeah, they've got these moist towelettes. They start scrubbing around.
So they're all going around, and like people are talking about this because it's always a big deal when these guys come in. So everyone's a little bit on edge. But Reuben's going around with his head in the fucking clouds.
It's a big deal. I mean, they can make you forget, right? They won't let you remember.
Galaxy Defenders.
Yeah. So the theme of our show is Men in Black.
Yeah. So, I mean, Reuben's going around with his head in his clouds, and you've got loads of, like, glass partitions rather than walls in this kitchen, so you can kind of see what's going on.
Oh, right,
so
like one of those fruity showers made out of glass blocks. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'd love to watch my wife have a shower in one of those things, if I had a wife.
Or a shower. And
why not just go outside? I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go on.
It's all right. It's all right.
Was that a Reuben impression? Go on,
it's all right.
It's all right. Hey,
chef, they call
me
Khan. That's not my name. It's a Reuben.
Every time you say that, because Damian does this all the time, he goes, "It's not my name." I always imagine somebody behind you going, "It's not my name. It's not my name."
That's exactly what we would do. Like the whole kitchen would sing it around. They call me Cobra.
Why do they call him Cobra?
Oh, because he would just sabotage everything out of like either
like
ignorance or
like Commander Cobra. Right, I know what you mean. Cobra Commander, even. Yeah.
And anyone that did that was called a snake. So that was just But anyway, so Reuben's walking around, like completely unaware that people are watching him, and he's there just like picking his nose, like up to the second knuckle. It's like he's scraping his brain, right?
What? Oh my god!
So like all these services are being checked by these food officers to see if they're all within legal boundary. So they have this genius idea. They ask the food officers to swab his hands. Yeah. And these things react with obviously different levels of bacteria, and they go different colours.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the levels were, but at the very top, critical was purple.
Right.
And they swab Reuben's hands, and lo and behold, like fresh after like picking his nose, no less, it just goes like this. So purple, it's almost fucking black. It's that rich, and they're like, "Holy shit! You gotta." There's like one of those like toilets. They've got like a shower, so they immediately like fucking marched him in there and said, "Don't fucking come out for like fucking 20 minutes. Get all that purge your fucking body of that fucking filth." Oh
my god!
Yeah, and the thing that was so bad about this was that Reuben works in the cold larder, and the cold larder makes all the salads, and that is basically where you go when you first start. It's baby mode.
Because you're just getting leaves, and you're putting some snot on some leaves.
Basically, you don't have to. You can just as soon as the check comes in, you don't have to coordinate with anyone else. It's cold food. You just make straight up, put it in the fridge. Yeah. Which basically meant that everything that he was handling with his bare hands was not being like heat treated at all. So everything that was under his fucking nails was growing on these people's salad.
Oh god, yeah. Oh my god. So there you go. So there's Damian's best friend, Reuben. And he is absolutely disgusting. Well, do you know what else is disgusting? The news. Let's go and see what Bilgewater has for us.
Hello, the Boisterous Brothers. This week, nothing happened and I did not go on holiday. Something Donald Trump, outrageous comments on Twitter, Syria now bastion of peace, and Christian Lagarde has been put on trial for allowing the misusification of public funds. But I read that in a French newspaper, so who bloody knows? Yours reportedly, Lieutenant-Colonel Anonymous Bilgewater.
He's got the whole world in his bottom. 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 Frasier demonstrates that he has no loyalty. Determined to win a membership to an exclusive gentleman's club, Frasier spares no dirty trick. He even goes so far as to offer that Niles present his buttocks just as he did for former President Reagan. Frasier's schmoozing is undoubtedly successful, and Frasier is finally afforded the privilege of sitting on a chair in silence with other old men. Frasier discusses with a wizardly-type bloke that the chair of which he sits, though made of baby buttocks, is as stiff as pudding. A confusing sentiment. Niles is still presenting. All right, so that was Frasier again, and my beautiful, beautiful face. That episode was The Club.
I thought that episode was Frasier, My Beautiful, Beautiful Face. That could have been one.
That could have been one.
I think they're saving that title for the movie.
Oh, they should do a Frasier movie.
I think they'd probably just call it Frasier Movie. But I'd like to think that they would call it The Fresh Frasier or something.
Yeah, and I think you could like repurpose the lyrics of the Fresh Prince and kind of kind of cross that over to Frasier.
Yeah.
But have to be Boston, right? And he talks about how he's going to move and live with his father and brother in the as the Prince of Seattle or some shit like
The
that.
Prince of Seattle. I think he would use the word princess. Okay, so that episode is about Frasier trying to get into a gentleman's club. Now, gentleman's club to me means strip joint.
Yeah, it means spearmint rhino.
Yeah, it does. It means probably something that no gentleman has ever stepped into, unless they were like tracking a deer through it or something.
I would like to see that on a night out.
Yeah. Like some bouncer comes up and says, "You can't come in here.
You've got a deer rifle.
You've got a deer rifle. Those are hiking boots." And it's just like, we couldn't identify him. I'm talking like everything above the nipple was just blown away. Because it's like a 2-gauge shotgun or something. It's something you would shoot down a pterodactyl with. I don't know. Gentleman's Club, obviously in the Frasier context, it means a very antiquated place where elderly men sit around on plush sophages, drinking cognacas.
And fine port.
Fine ports. Is that what it is? Is that?
I think, to my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, I used to know someone who was part of a club in London, and essentially what it was a club where you would spend £1,000 a year. I think that was the basic fee, and all that got you access to was getting inside.
Yeah.
Right, because inside it would basically be like a pub. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. It was more of it looked more like a kind of cafe / harvester with all like the oak furniture and shit like that. It looked like a cheap family restaurant.
It looked like a cheap family restaurant, but it was over 4 levels, and it was just a place where media cunts would hang around, like people who aren't actually anyone, but kind of like the sub editor for politics on the Guardian or something like that, like someone who doesn't really have any sway anywhere.
Yeah.
But for London, I'm a swinging dick, right?
Yeah. And it would have to be those left newspapers as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was completely left leaning.
I don't know. I remember when I went there for that meeting, one of the first things I saw was the guy in question sat behind this thing. It's like, oh, nice to meet you, all that kind of stuff. And it must have been like maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And right in front of him is this fucking dish, like with a really massive half-eaten creme brulee in front of him. And I was like, oh my God.
I guess it's one of those places that most people just go to, to have meetings with other people who aren't members to make themselves look good. Because it wasn't an enjoyable place to go. It was just, to me, it was just a pub. You still have to pay for all your drinks and everything. You still have to pay quite a lot. I don't get the point of it.
Yeah, I remember there was one place I went to in Soho. It was a place it was one of these kind of clubs, but private members clubs.
Yeah.
It's called Milk and Honey, I think.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty.
It was underground, and I had a friend of a friend that had a membership there, and I went there, and it was all very kind of fancy. And you can kind of get taken away by it, but you basically all this place would serve with these cocktails for like 17, 18 quid a pop.
Yeah.
And all like gin, champagne. It's all very kind of exquisite.
Porn star martini.
By a different name, yeah. Essentially. And
burlesque. Give me a burlesque. Give me a Black Shannon.
Can I have a screaming orgasm, please?
I would like a half-bred Rivita and also a cocktail. I was going to say Rita, but I fucked it up. I'm sorry. And whenever I say Rita, I just think of Buster saying, "Put a fag in my mouth."
You're such a pussy.
What would you like to drink, sir? I'll have a fag in my mouth, please. And would you like 2 olives or 3 olives in your fag in your mouth? How dare you?
Yeah,
I'm not an olive man.
It kind of was like one of those places. And I looked it up later because I enjoyed the night out, and partly because most of my drinks were paid for, But I had a look.
Because normally when you go out, you still buy the 18 or 19 quid cocktails. But you're
Yeah.
like, fucking
Yeah, with so
rip
much.
off. What a fucking fuck you.
Yeah, but I love complaining about it
Yeah.
all fucking night.
Yeah,
Amazing.
You drink like a cocktail like called a screaming orgasm, a screaming orgasm like triple X or something. In the corner, you've got like sparklers coming out of it and stuff. You've got a little parasol, but you're still there reading your Sunday Sport, going fuck off. Yeah, I was in war. I used to know someone who occasionally went to Mayfair clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was rich, but he wasn't really rich enough to do that, so he wouldn't go very often. But he was a member of a Mayfair club, and it was something like a year or something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much, but a table would be $4,000
Yeah.
on a weekend if you wanted a table. Oof. Yeah, like you could buy at the time. They've stopped this now because people were just killing themselves. But you could buy a whole bottle of whiskey there. So you could buy like a Jack Daniels, which would be like 25 quid. But they would charge $1,000 for it.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, it was like that, and you still have to pay to get in.
Yeah, there was one gentleman's club around the corner from the restaurant I used to work in, again in Mayfair, and apparently incredibly fucking exclusive.
Yeah.
And it's like they have a rule that there's only 2 women allowed in the club, the Queen and the Queen Mother. Apparently, like there's no woman that's set foot in that building in like 80 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
My treehouse is more exclusive because even those old bags couldn't get in, and they wanted to as well.
They couldn't climb.
No, Your Majesty. Yes, they couldn't climb. You can climb, but if you come in, Your Madge, you're changing your mother's.
Madge.
You're changing your mother's colostomy bag.
Oh dear.
No one ever talks about that. Well, I don't know. Would you ever be part of a club? If you had loads of money, I'm sure you will do one day.
Of course, yeah.
Through some sort of clerical error. How would you spend your money if you were part of one of those clubs? Would you not spend your money? How would you spend your time? Would you schmooze with people? I guess that's why people join, right?
I guess so, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would say I wouldn't want to be part of something like that. I'm not a schmoozer.
No, absolutely not.
Well, it rhymes with schmoozer, but
Yeah.
I'm not a schmoozer.
Yeah, a loser.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I thought you were going to say boozer.
No, I went for... Oh, fuck, I missed it. Never mind.
Yeah.
One day. Next week I'll nail the one joke I have.
You know, I think we should go to HBO with a new show, like a game show, which is also a docudrama called Schmoozers and Losers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one of us could be the president in 10 years.
Yeah. The other will be reclining in a nice gentleman's club.
Reclining it
Nice.
in a whole one, yes. Because the other one is, like, at that point, 60 feet tall.
But yeah, I imagine if I'm in a place like that, I'll be like 300 pounds. You know, I will occupy the room.
There'll be like a punker there kind of going, oh, Jesus Christ, I am 8 stone. Can you not give me some of those pork rinds?
No, vacuum out my arse.
Dimitri! Join Hieronymus Swash and Mau Mau as they continue their journey in this week's instalment of The Case of the Curse of the Ruby Garnet, Part 6.
How long do you think it's been, Mau Mau?
I would say 6 hours and 13 minutes, boss.
You can perceive time pass so accurately just by the position of the sun?
Well, yes, it is strikingly accurate when reflected off the convex glass of your wristwatch.
Oh, I see. Very clever. Very clever indeed, Mau Mau. What you're saying is now's the time to use my wristwatch to dazzle the pilot's eyes and crash us into those soft-looking mountains. No doubt killing the bad guys, but also sparing us, hidden here, in the back.
I don't think that's a good idea, boss.
Come on, Mau Mau. We've been sat here doing nothing. I don't know about you, but I, for one, don't want to be accused of being a lazy Larry. Let me crash the plane.
Who's Lazy Larry?
Don't you remember? The night watchman we met during the case of the haunted granary. The one who didn't move during the entire investigation.
You mean the one with the knife in his back?
Exactly that Larry, Mau Mau.
Look, boss, the heavy who's carrying the Ruby Garnet. He looks ill.
I have to say I felt quite ill when I was holding it.
How are you feeling now?
Absolutely fine.
Oh, good.
Why?
No reason.
Why are you looking at me like that, Mau Mau?
Looking at you like what, boss?
Like I've got acute radiation sickness. Don't worry about me, Mau Mau. Don't you remember all those atoms I was exposed to during the case of the Atomic Man? I've built up quite a healthy glowing resistance.
Boss, we're landing. Look, an airstrip built into the mountains. It must have been a tremendous effort to clear all the jungle away. Never mind, level the ground.
Enough mo-raggery, Mau Mau. Prepare for sleuthing.
Watch out, Swash. Here, behind those barrels.
What is this place, Mau Mau? Looks like some form of mining complex.
Look, boss, those 2 goons who took the ruby garnet. He's fallen over.
Damn it, Mau Mau! Look! He's dead! Hello, you there. Please to be telling me what you are doing next to those crates of undisclosed sundries, please. Ah!
Are we in India?
No, South America. Although all the new people call us Indians. And I am Jolly, and my name is Jolly Indian. It is a terrible act of racism, sir.
But you have an Indian accent.
I can assure you, it is a happy coincidence. What do you know about the ruby garnet, my good man? Please to be telling me they haven't found it. It is said to be cursed. Here, I can tell that you are intending to be stopping the professor, so I will tell you all that I can. But please don't be letting them catch me, or I will be in grave trouble. Professor, you say? Yes, Professor love me some gold. No, Professor love me some gold. Yes, Professor love me some gold.
Boss, your occasional nemesis.
Yes, I know who my nemesis is.
He and the mailman.
The postman shoves a failed delivery note through the door, rings the bell and runs away. He's a menace to society. Please, if you can, stop the professor, as well as forcing us to dig silver out of the ground for very less than a cup of rice an hour, and with very bad dental. He already has the ruby emerald and the ruby diamond, and with the ruby garnet, he'll be fulfilling his prophecy of an evil ruler coming to rule us all, in between our being indentured to the British and oppressed by our very own corrupt leaders.
Don't worry, we will stop the professor or die trying.
Mau Mau, that was my line.
Sorry, boss.
Well, yes, we must stop the professor and die trying. Or die trying. Damn it, Mau Mau!
Look, the other henchmen already took the ruby garnet somewhere.
Where would they be going? To the plinth at the top of the volcano, of course. Of course! Come, Mau Mau. Let's take this jeep and speed it to the top of this volcano. Damn it! See, Mau Mau? Never speak.
Join us next time for the exciting conclusion of the case of the curse of the ruby garnet. So back with us in the studio, we have a hell of a treat for you. Leroy LaToc, straight from New Orleans. How you doing, Leroy? Thank you.
Oh, up in the club. Going out. Over the road. Over there. Going there. Over there. Going there. Freak bitch.
Wow, very short and sweet. Thank you for that, Leroy. This one's called the Incest Machine. The Time Machine was an incest dream. How could she not recognize you in the present if she knew you in the past? There is no past. There is only now. And you have come here, of your own choice, to fulfill your own destiny. Your success is inevitable, McFly. Your own existence proves that. Beaming down on you as you lay injured, rescued from the perversions of your own would-be father, she might well mount you and you be inside her before you know what is happening. But you know that isn't the case, McFly. You know you wanted to make a son and a brother at the same time and just say it wasn't yours. But it isn't your son, McFly. It isn't your son. It's you. The screaming bastard your cook-old father will raise is not his son. Nor is it your son. It is you, McFly. Looking down at its writhing arms, you know this is you too, and it will grow into you and think thoughts that you do. You will go back to your present and become old, and when your son is your age, he will travel back and impregnate your mother, just as you have, and make you. The cycle unbreaking for all time. You constantly fathering yourself, you disgusting popinjay. And that was sent to us by Tony in Banff. Thank you for that, Tony. So obviously we were talking about Reuben. I imagine Reuben is probably the biggest idiot you've worked with. Is that right?
Yeah, no contest. Absolutely no contest.
I used to work with this guy called Kevin, and we used to remove furniture from offices in the middle of the night, which in hindsight
It wasn't a
lot
job,
like,
yeah.
a lot like burgling, yeah. No, we used to go into central London, go into these huge banks and places like that and move stuff around for them. You know, and it would often be kind of, you know, you take a enormous filing cabinet out of, the second floor whatever, space
Yeah.
and move it up and stuff like that. But on a massive scale, we do that. And Kevin was like pretty much everyone else who worked there, unemployed apart from this job, and this job would be extremely casual hours. It would be kind of like, well, do 5 hours tomorrow night, do 2 hours tomorrow night, and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
No one else there really, apart from the foreman and the specialists, had a full-time job from it or anything else going on. And he was one of these people. I honestly do think he had a paper round.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he had a paper round because this guy was about 30. I think he had a paper round that he'd just continued to do.
Right, okay.
From when he was 14 or something, because he'd never had a proper job.
Yeah. Do you reckon his wages will have increased with inflation as well? Or he's still doing it for fucking pennies?
For 50p or something. I don't know. I mean, like if I was the newsagent, I probably wouldn't have let anyone do that anyway. But it'd be like, well, you know what, Kevin? These boys are a lot fitter than you. He was quite fat.
Yeah.
But like I say, he wasn't stupid at all. I don't know. I don't think he was very well educated. I'm pretty sure he didn't have any formal qualifications, but I would work with him a lot and we would talk about stuff. And he was very knowledgeable about things. You could talk to him about science and things like that. And he'd have an interest. There was a clear interest there. So he wasn't academically, frustrated. No, he was maybe academically frustrated, but he wasn't.
There was something missing.
He wasn't diminished there, but he was a moron. He was an absolute fucking moron. Like, he just... I don't know what it was. He wasn't autistic or anything like that. It wasn't like he didn't know how to work with people. It's almost like he was like a million-year-old man who'd been trapped in this body. He was like the most morose, kind of miserable person.
What you don't realise is you actually met a Highlander.
Right, yeah, it was like a Highlander who'd fallen hard on his luck. It just didn't make any sense. He was so fucking miserable and kind of didn't give a shit about anything. I mean, he could never have had a girlfriend, right? You just couldn't keep anyone in the room with him.
Right. Did he look like a bridge troll or something?
He looked weird. He looked kind of short and fat. He didn't look attractive anyway. But he would cut his own hair. Right?
Oh my, that's that paints a very vivid picture. That alone.
Yeah, I remember someone came in because he would get loads of shit, right? Like Reuben, he would be who people kicked around, and it was never bad. It was never bullying, but people would say shit to him, which I've never really heard anywhere else. And it would be like, "Hey Kev," this was bred through familiarity as well. "Hey Kev, who cut your fucking hair? You?" "Yeah." And be like, "Oh God, good comeback there, Kev."
They are weird types of people. Did he take like this abuse well? Was he upset by it, or was
no?
he?
He wasn't upset by it, but he didn't like it.
Right. Okay.
Like he tolerated it because everyone gave it to him.
Yeah.
But if you were somewhere else, like, I guess that's not a very normal workplace where people do that.
Yeah.
But if he was somewhere else, like say he worked in an office and someone said that to him,
Yeah.
or people would just be like, "Kev, you fucking spaz, turn around and do it again," or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
But he wouldn't tolerate that in a, if he was on his own, he wouldn't tolerate that.
right. Okay.
If it was just me and him, and I never spoke to him like that anyway. But if I said something like that to him, he wouldn't tolerate it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the thing with Reuben was, he was kind of the whipping boy in that place.
Yeah,
And
rightly so.
when you would give this guy shit, it's not that he was particularly thick-skinned. He didn't resent it so much. It just wouldn't register on any kind of intellectual level. It was absolutely bizarre. I think that's part of the reason people got so comfortable, giving him so much shit, is because it just wouldn't make sense to him.
Yeah,
and
right.
And that was something that would kind of reinforce just what a weirdo he was. I would be hard pressed to really believe that it was some form of tenacity and courage that was just higher than what we were capable of. Not at all. It was just a complete lack of comprehension.
Yeah, and I don't think it was the same for Kev. I don't think it was like a lack of comprehension, but I think it was something where he just didn't quite understand what sort of a freak he appeared to be to people. Like, he wasn't a real freak, but he was weird.
Right. Okay.
And I can't tell you why. Like, he didn't say weird things, he didn't do weird things, but he was just weird.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Not that kind of level. There maybe been a couple of people at school which were kind of like that, I guess. I can't really remember any off the top of my head, but I know I've got a vague idea of the kind of person you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone does. Everyone knows someone who's just off.
Yeah.
Just off. Like, I don't know why, but I just wouldn't trust this guy to do something. I wouldn't trust this guy to make me a fucking sandwich. I wouldn't want him to touch my food.
You want to swab his fucking fingertips?
No, I don't want to go anywhere near his fingertips. He was gross.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know when girls say he's gross.
All the time.
All the
I'm
time.
I'm around
Yeah.
small girls all the time. Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean small girls, but
I definitely did.
yeah, I know. Doing his French laugh, but he was gross. There was something kind of mucky about him.
I like how we just cannot elaborate. It's just this is an intuitive kind of
Yeah,
filth vibe, you know? What do you think?
it's just this feeling of utter disgust when I was around him. No, I wouldn't feel disgusted, but I wouldn't want to touch him. Right, I wouldn't want to shake his hand or anything.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, I get that. It's just when someone says touching anyone, my mind goes somewhere else. I wouldn't want to touch him.
Where does your mind, where does it go? Where does your
Well,
mind
I
go?
imagine it's you're in like a nice bubbly bath at that point,
A nice bubbly bath.
bubbly bath,
A bubbly bath, and you're on your mobile phone
mobily phone,
talking to someone.
drinking sham bubbly,
champagne.
champagne
I think that's how they pronounce it in Frenchland.
in the French,
in
right?
Frankreich.
And then
and,
from Quas, I think it's called.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee you he's still working for them.
Yeah,
I could look him up. I'm not going to. I don't know.
I'm gonna reach out tonight.
He'd been working there actually. He'd been working there the longest out of anyone. He'd been working there for 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And this was like what 4 or 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll still be there. And he had no position of responsibility. He was exactly the same level as me.
Yeah.
Like, I worked there for like
The guy's
3 months.
life must be kind of fucked because I remember
Oh,
you
yeah.
worked for that job. You were with that job very briefly, and we were
As
showing
all
up-
jobs.
But they would essentially just kind of like ring a day beforehand saying, "Can you work these hours?" There was nothing,
Yeah.
no kind of security or.
No, not at all. It was very ad hoc.
I mean, I guess this guy lives like in a studio flat somewhere in.
No, he lives with his mum.
Oh, right, okay.
Absolutely. All of them did.
Right, okay.
All of them did. And they were. In fairness, there was one guy who was studying to be an accountant, and I know what happened to him. He got deported back to Nigeria. There was one of the nicest guys I've ever met who tried to convert me to Islam. Not one of the nicest guys who tried to convert me to Islam. One of the nicest
It
guys
happens a
ever.
lot, yeah.
Yeah. And I've just got one of those faces, I think.
You did have I seem to remember quite a beard at that point as well.
I
That
did
might have
Just have quite a bit.
attracted a
No,
lot
I
of
had
attention.
the goatee. Yeah.
Was it that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was a completely normal man. He had like a wife who was studying at university. He had a couple of kids, and I guess he was just doing that whilst he was studying or something. He was normal. But everyone else was just kind of desperate. They'd
Right,
either
yeah,
lost
yeah.
a job and they couldn't find one, or they were people, and this was most of them. They were just people who never got a job, and this was what they could do in a very competitive market in a recession.
Yikes.
Yeah. And like I say, Kev, he was the same as me. He'd been there for 8 years when I was there.
You've been there for 8 years as well. It's just that you never fessed up about
Yeah,
it.
right. I was there for like 3 months or something, but there you go. I can't tell you why he's weird.
Yeah, well, I'm totally on board with that. I mean, I think we can all kind of agree that there's everyone kind of knows that certain somebody which is just off for whatever reason you just can't really put your finger on.
Yeah, unexplainably greasy, gunky, freaky, weirdy people.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everyone knows one.
everyone knows one
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt.
And if you don't, it's you.
Yeah.
Do you know one?
No, I don't suppose I do.
So thank you very much for joining us on the Boisterous Brothers. If you're listening to this anywhere other than SoundCloud, or indeed if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, you can download it from SoundCloud for free. For
Because we're that fucking generous.
giggles and the shits. But yes, because we could be charging like $8.99 for
Oh
this.
god, yeah. We could be reeling in, but we're modest men.
That's right. We film all of this on YouTube as well, and it isn't just us in a studio. All the little bits we cut up it with, they're also filmed, and it looks good, I think.
It's possible.
It's a video. If you want to check that out,
It's a podcast.
it's on YouTube. It's a filmed podcast, and also there's loads of other stuff on YouTube. There's like 200 videos almost on the channel at the moment, so check it out. It's fun, it's a laugh. Thanks very much. Bye!
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
You greasy fucking weirdos.